The first army of the video is going to be Hydra Clone. This is undoubtedly the best army in the game that doesn't require epic equipment. In fact, the normal version of this army, the only epic equipment you'll use is the spiky ball on the king. So, doesn't take much to change it, definitely doesn't weaken it much, but let's test that out for ourselves. So what we want to do at the start of this attack is figure out our giant arrow, and I kind of like this lineup here so I can get this air defense and both of these sweepers. Now, obviously, this isn't easy to do, but if you can do it, it's worth it, and like I said, no epic equipment. Now, I do miss this sweeper, but that's not the end of the world. We'll just come from behind that. So what you want to do, use the queen to set one side of the funnel, then as soon as that side of the funnel is set, you'll recall it and set the other side of the funnel. That's how you can, like, do this attack strategy without needing as many funnel troops, and I know you all hate funneling. So look at that, we'll recall all of you. Where did I want to put you? Here. And now, look at this. Beautiful funnel is set. We can spam all our dragons on the bottom side of the base with the minion prince. And as soon as the queen's kind of setting a nice sort of funnel, I'll put the king down to help her out. And essentially, the two of them just need to clear an entire side of the base together. Now, the queen's making it clear she wants to go inside the base. Hopefully, she strays from this. So I'm going to pop the Warden ability now. We'll get a rage spell too. And look at that, we're going to use the king to help tank. Now we get the blimp to the town hall. I'm going to clone and rage. There's a lot of rage defenses, so I'm just going to freeze all of them. Now I've got the minion prince as the main ability we got to be looking out for here. Like, when can we maximize that? Minion prince is taking a lot of damage. I don't really know from what. I want to line up the minion prince ability to get the back end of this base. We've got dragons all over the place, and keep in mind we've got the king and queen chilling on the outside of the base too. So, I mean, really can't go wrong here. Hopefully, that's going to have to do. I do miss that one wizard tower and the air defense on the back end of the base, but that is completely fine. We'll use the one headhunter I've got with the army to help out taking down the defensive king. I've still got a rage spell of my own. I think the minion prince will go down here, but look, we're just going to overwhelm the back of the base, and really, this never looked like failing. It actually got way closer than I thought it did. Probably because I hung on to the rage spell and the poison spell, even though I definitely did not need to. Like, this army is ridiculously strong. This base was pretty well leveled up as well. But you don't need epic equipment to get the job done. This here is a pretty common layout. In fact, probably the most common layout you'll find in Legends League. Let's take it down. So I want to get rid of an air defense and a sweeper here. Beautiful, we get that done. And the giant arrow not only gets those buildings, but it does take down other trash buildings in the area to help set a funnel. Unfortunately, it looks like one of the healers got picked off. Not the end of the world though. I want to get rid of this air bow here, but I don't really want to go further than that, because yeah, that ricochet cannon is going to be a problem. Beautiful, funnel set. Now the sweeper, the last sweeper on the base is facing this way, so obviously we want to come from behind that. So that means, yep, you guessed it, we're going to use the archer queen on the bottom side of the base. I'll use my one baby drag to actually funnel this time. And now, once I'm confident with the funnel, which might take a second honestly. We're going to start off with our attack. Now, I'm going to pop the Warden ability earlier here, because the blimp doesn't have as far to go. Let's pop that king ability. Now, there is a Giga Bomb there that has gone off, and the NATO is trying to ruin this attack for us. But let's see if we can still recover this. I'm actually going to use a rage there. I forgot the minion prince entirely. I mean, I am a complete noob. I'm not used to doing this with the army. I believe we're about to pull out the entire defensive CC, which is not good. Not good at all. Yeah, that what? The loons over there got no value, so I completely swagged that rage spell. Minion prince is on the outside of the base. He has got the jelly on him. Alright. We do finish that off. This is not looking amazing, but I would love to get it just for the sake of the video. Surely not. If this goes down, then I'm going to be so disappointed. Oh my word, we're going to get it, aren't we? We are going to get it. I mean, this shows everything about this attack strategy. You don't have to be perfect with it. You don't need epic hero equipment. All you need is the ability to spam and not be a bigger idiot than me. And I know you all might think, oh, but he's a content creator. He can't be dumb. I mean, look at this hit. This hit's horrific. I completely forgot the minion prince. The king got nothing. I pulled out the defensive ice golems. I did basically everything you're not meant to do with this army. And it still looks like I'm rather likely going to get a triple here. It's going to be close on time. That defensive poison tower regenerating was a problem. Would have been nice if I had the electro boots, but obviously that is an epic hero equipment. And look at how many troops are still up. Hold up. I genuinely gave up on this hit. Don't know why I did. This attack strategy is so strong. Let's move on to the next one. However, if you prefer ground attack strategies, then let's start with Titan Smash here. It's really strong and it doesn't actually require any epic hero equipment. Now, it is better with it, but you don't require it for the army to work. So the way you funnel this army is simple. We're going to use the siege barracks on one side of the funnel, so siege barracks down here, and then the queen on the other side of the funnel. And then for both of them, we are going to use an ice golem to help out, particularly for these poor P.E.K.K.A.s. In fact, I'm even going to invest a freeze. Need to keep those P.E.K.K.A.s alive. That's quite a tough funnel there. Then down the middle, we're going to do the 3 titans first, then the healers. And once we're sure they're all going in, then we can come in with the king, apprentice warden, and then the 6 Valks here. I'm going to put down, yeah, we're going to put down all 6 of them, because we do need a little bit of damage for this army, because the titans by themselves isn't really enough. We pop the warden ability there. Thankfully, we get everything in that, because, yeah, there is a lot happening in the core of this base. Let's even freeze. So the Valks have come out the CC on the bottom side. Now we pop the king ability because we can open up the center of the base. And I'm going to keep freezing. I'm going to keep on freezing. We're going to use the RC on the bottom side. Even help out with a skeleton spell. The king gets the town hall, which is beautiful. The healers are getting hit pretty hard here, but there's not really much they can do. Fire spitters are very effective against them. All of this is tanking beautifully though. Invis Vial on the top side. Not as strong as the Magic Mirror, but definitely very usable. RC on the bottom. Still got 3 loons here. I should have put them in with the main push to tank for some Seeking Air Mines, but as you saw, there was quite a lot going on there. Now we pop the RC ability, and look at that. The core of that base was super toxic, but we were able to get through it. Now, the biggest recommendation I'm going to give to you now is I've been trying this army all day, and I did it without the Valks, and it's really weak without the Valks. You need the damage in the army. Those 6 Valks do so much more damage than the Titans. Titans are awesome, super tanky, but as long as we got the damage, they're going to crush bases. Now, if you don't love using Titans, don't worry. Super Witches are still really strong as well. And turns out you don't need the Fireball for them to be strong. You can do the Zap Super Witch version. Still very strong in the game. Yet again, don't need any epic hero equipment to make this attack strategy work. It is super strong. So you start off with the Warden Walk here, but you're not going for crazy value. Keep in mind, we don't have a Fireball, and we've only got 1 Rage spell with the army. So you just want to set a bit of a funnel. But you can see here why the Zapquake is so strong. Because so many people aren't really worried about zaps at Town Hall 17 yet. So I'm just going to let the Warden get rid of this. Hopefully can deal with the air bow here outside of range of the Archer Tower. Otherwise, I think I need a rage spell. Jeez, that got close. Now, if you want, which I'm going to do, you can use a Flame Flinger with this attack strategy. In fact, it is kind of recommended. So we'll start with the King on the bottom side. We got the Super Witches. Get the healers in, and beautiful, away we go. Now, I shouldn't have started with the king. That was really dumb. That was really dumb, because you do kind of need the king in this attack strategy to open up some walls for you. So, bad from me there. You kind of learn from my mistake, hopefully. Because you should use the big boys to be tanking for the king, rather than the king tanking for the big boys. But anyways, we're getting into the center of the base here. Now, this is one of the downsides of this attack strategy. You often won't bring a poison spell with it, because most players are running normal CCs. They're not running super minion CCs. So this is the worst CC that we can run into for this attack strategy. The Queen's doing a solid job on the top side. We've gotten most of the Super Witches in. One of them's going to walk. That's kind of just like a canon event with this army, though. That is always going to happen. We'll put the jump spell on the back end there. That will help not only the super witches in the core, but it should also help the queen as well, should she go in. Now, the Flame Flinger's chilling on the left-hand side. We love that. And look, the Rage Vial is enough to keep the Super Witches alive in the core, because keep in mind, the Super Witches, A, they're going to keep spawning the big boys, but more importantly, they're getting the healing effects of the healers, but also, we're getting the nice Rage Gem helping out too. We are slowly losing troops in the core. I am going to... Oh, I'm going to let my queen die, aren't I? Please. Alright, the Royal Champion's going to tank for the queen. Beautiful. Flame Flinger's about to open. Royal Champion takes too much damage there for my liking. And then the idea is to use the Valks kind of with the Royal Champion to overwhelm the back end of the base. That way the Royal Champion doesn't get picked off for free. Now, I actually love this. You're seeing one of the weaknesses of this army, which is the clock. Very close on time a lot of the time. In fact, oh my word, I might actually fail this. This is going to be so close, down to the wire, but it should be a 3-star attack. So, watch out for time with this attack strategy, but it is undoubtedly really strong because no one's defending it at the moment. What sort of video would this be without an E-Dragon attack? But have a look at the pet combination we've got on the heroes. Firstly, no Minion Prince, because the Minion Prince is going to take away from the chains that the E-Drags can get, which is the exact same theory why we use the Phoenix on the Warden rather than the Owl. Then we run the Frosty on the King, we run the Unicorn on the Queen, and as you can see, no epic equipment required here. Alright, the first thing we want to look at here is the sweepers. Are they in the way? And kind of not really. So I want to get rid of this bottom one here, and then I'll also get rid of the air defense. Oh, that's not ideal. I think I've misplaced it. No, perfect. So the queen's going to set that side of the funnel, and then we're going to use the king on the other side of the funnel, and everything else is going to get kind of spammed in between. A little bit of lag there, not the end of the world. So E-Dragons are all down. Any second now, you do the early Warden ability, because that is for not only the blimp, but also for the loons. The loons are very important in this attack strategy for tanking for our E-Dragons. Alright, the clone blimp gets the town hall. Now look at this, we've got all the E-Dragons in the center. Now we're going to start using our freeze spells, because the E-Dragons, they will go down kind of quickly. Look at the chains though. Oh my word, that could not have gone any better, honestly. That could not have gone any better. And we might even swag the Royal Champion here. Now, the Fire Spitters on this base weren't very good. I'm not going to lie about that. But are you seriously going to tell me that's the difference between this 3-starring or not? No way. The Fire Spitters can only cover so much of the base. And I'm going to try and swag my Royal Champion completely. And that sums up E-Dragons. Some of the time they're going to wreck bases. Some of the time you're going to fail and fall a little bit flat. They are a little bit less consistent than the Dragon Clone. However, they are so much more satisfying. Like, that was so much fun. I don't know why I didn't freeze for my E-Dragon on the top side. I definitely should have done that. Poor E-Dragon. Oh well, doesn't really matter. Gonna completely swag the Royal Champion in this. E-Dragons are awesome. I've given you 4 different attack strategies that you can use if you don't have epic hero equipment. And as I said at the start of the video, yes, all these attacks are at Town Hall 17, but you can use these attack strategies at basically every single Town Hall in the game, as long as you have the troops, because they're all strong no matter what.